Well, hey, if you're on the hunt, no pun intended, for some cruelty-free makeup brands that will actually give you some super good eyeshadow palettes, then I'm gonna ask you to stay with my video today, because today I'm talking about the everyday eyeshadow palettes from Milani. These have been go-tos of mine for years, and I wanna give you a few reasons why. It's coming your way right now. Well, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel if you've been here for a bit. If you are new, I'm super glad that you're here today. My name is Lauren and my channel is all about making beauty easy for the girl who thinks that she can't. My hope today is that you will consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so that you can get alerts every single time I upload new videos, which is every single Friday, every third Thursday, and every fourth Tuesday of the month. Well, today's video is all about an eyeshadow palette, or really sets of palettes, that I've had in my makeup kit for years, and I found at the drugstore a few years ago. And I wanted to do a video on these because I was thinking about, like, when I was a beginner, what was I really looking for? Like, what helped me the most as far as eyeshadow palettes go? For me, when I saw all these palettes at different stores, even the drugstore, I felt really overwhelmed if there was a lot of different options, because I just wasn't confident enough in my skills yet to look at a lot of colors and to be able to put together makeup looks, and I kind of just wanted a plug and play, for lack of better terms. So I ended up finding these everyday eyeshadow palettes from Milani, and I've done a few videos on my channel of a couple of these palettes, this one, and I'll link those videos for you in the eye so you can go back and watch them. In fact, this one was like an everyday fall look. I think this was my first makeup tutorial ever on my channel, like full out makeup tutorial. So for sure, go check that one out. And then this one is like an everyday eyes makeup tutorial that I did, like the basics is basically what this one is. So check those out. Like I said, I'll link them for you. And then today I threw in a few clips for you. It'll be later in the video of this palette right here of me showing you just how the eyeshadows go on. I just figured, you know what? I've got three. I'll just insert a couple clips for you guys of this makeup look that I always create on this one. If you want to see a full tutorial of what I did with this palette, then let me know down in the comments, and I'm super happy to film that for you from start to finish. Okay, so the reason why I love these palettes is, let's just take this one for instance. You get several colors in there, but it's not overwhelming. So you have, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can go a couple different ways with these. You always have like your start color that goes in your crease, so your transition color. You can darken that with like a crease color. You can do your outer corner out here. I use this as a color that goes on the lid a lot, and then you can use this one as a highlighter. And that's typically how like all of these palettes, I don't need this brush in here, by the way. I don't use those. But that's typically how all of these palettes actually run. The cool thing is, on the back of them, it actually shows you how to create a makeup look. Now you can get a little more creative. This is what I like about these. You can start, if you're new and you're a beginner, you can totally start by mimicking what's on the back of the boxes or the container, and mimic that, and then you can get a little bit fancy and start trying stuff on your own, but it's not super overwhelming because you don't have like palettes that have 15, 20 colors where you're going, I don't even know where to start with that. That looks confusing. Would I ever wear that blue? Like, you're not gonna have that in these palettes. And these are the only three that I own, but I do know there are a few more out there. In fact, I think there is one with blues in it I've seen, but I have never bought that one. This one is definitely one of my favorites right here. The lid's broken. But I use this one a lot. As you can see, I've hit pan for sure on this crease color right here, transition color. And so I create a look with this all the time, and you'll see it if you go back and watch the video, but this is one of my go-to palettes when I'm like, I don't want to be creative today. I just need a makeup look that I know works, that's mistake-free, that I can just put on and be done with it, and I always, always, always go to this palette. Now, the cool thing about these is, as I mentioned in the intro, is that Milani is totally a cruelty-free brand, so I'm always about supporting brands that are taking care of our furry critters and creatures, and that is one of the reasons why I think that these are great, great, great palettes to go buy. It's one of the many reasons, but it's a really, really good one. And then, of course, the price point. So what I'm gonna do for you is link down below. Of course, I'll link the three that I have, just because I've talked about them in this video for you. But I'll link them with the cheapest ones that I find from different websites. So if you want to check down in the description box and learn a little bit more, you can, and just know that at the time this video is going out, these will be the cheapest places that I found them. I've bought some of these online. I've bought some of them at Walgreens. I bought some of them at CVS, I believe. I think even, I don't know if Ulta carries Milani or not. I can't remember, but basically all the drugstores now are carrying Milani, and their makeup, not counter, but their whole makeup area is really just, it's grown a lot over the last few years. So definitely check out those links if you want to find them. Oh, if you want to find them at the cheapest rate you can, I'll link those for you below. So price point wise, which is what brings me to saying that, is that typically on the Milani website, this one right here is posted for $10.99, but I was looking at like Target.com and Amazon, and on Amazon, this one is right now $8.39. You cannot beat that for a quality eyeshadow palette. You just cannot beat that. And then on Target, they range from anywhere to about $8 to $9 to $10, depending on, you know, again, which one you purchase, where you're purchasing it from. So I think they're a pretty good bargain for what you're getting, and I love the quality of eyeshadows. So let me go ahead and show you the real quick footage of me actually using this palette right here. I'll drop that in right now. And as you can see, the colors just go on super duper smooth. The second color in that palette is, let's see here, it is, actually it doesn't say. It says it's a contour color. Like it doesn't, they don't list the names, which really is irrelevant. It just tells you where to put them. So that is the contour color, and that's what I use on the crease. And then of course I use that darker color, the darker gray color, which is like technically color 4 on the outer corner. I have used black as a darkening shade, if you will, on that outer corner on top of that, but I didn't do that for this look. And then I actually use the color 1 as my lid color, and then the very big color for the highlight. So I hope that kind of helps you see exactly how I use this palette. They're just super easy and super functional, and I think if you're a beginner in makeup, I really do believe that it's best to find something that it doesn't feel too complicated for you, and it doesn't make you afraid to get in it and try to play around, or even to use it before you're getting ready to go somewhere, and you can feel confident about the makeup look that you put together. All right, so my question for you down in the comments is if you have a favorite palette from the drugstore that you love, and I want you to think back as you are a beginner in makeup, or if you are a beginner in makeup. I know there's a wide range of people that watch my channel, so I'd really love to know, like, what was your favorite palette, or if you are a beginner, what is your favorite palette that is a go-to for you that you just feel super duper confident in using to create a makeup look for yourself? All right, so I think that's gonna be a wrap for today's video, so thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you kind of find some value in these palettes and why I actually like them, of course. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, I'm gonna ask that you do that now so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And of course, I say this in every video, but connect with me on social media. It is one of my favorite places to get to know you a bit better. I have a private Facebook group called Reformed Tomboy Beauty. You can search it on Facebook, or you can just click the link down in the description box and find it that way. But this is a group where it's a bunch of girls that get together and we chit chat about products we love, products we hate. We share a few bad eyebrow memes from time to time. We do masking Mondays on Monday nights where we post pictures of our mask, which is essentially just an accountability program because a lot of us suck at masking. And then once a month, I go live in that group for Contour and Converse, and this is where we create a makeup look in real time together. It's a great time to kick back, to chit chat, and I super duper love it when you grab your brushes and you create with me. It's a lot of fun. So if this sounds like something that you want to be a part of and join, we would so love to have you in our group, so join it today. And I think that's it. So until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Hashtag Reformed Tomboy Family. I'll see you soon. Da-da-da-da.